le game.
Everyone's rushing around.
Everyone's rushing around, going fast. Oh my god. Chat buddy. I guess, hold on. Oh, much easier. Okay, let's get these posted. Hosted and posted out. Perfect. We're gonna get the game started. So this is like a visual novel, I think. On the 114226th floor of an endless gigastructure, where liquidators are labored to contain the aftermath in an inexplicable phenomenon known as Samosbor, in a gloomy, damp medical block, you were born. We were born! Bring me back to life. Bring me back to life. You were born in an endless gigastructure, but that's not the worst of it. Pros and cons. I guess we get to either choose the pros or the cons. What should we choose, chat? Anybody want to pick? Anybody want to pick pros or cons? Let me know. Maybe I'll pick. Oh, we got another one. We're getting all these Christmas games now. Oh, that's cute though. It's a platformer. Yeah, we're getting all these Christmas games now. Let's do cons. Bad news first. It's a dull concrete structure. Okay, everything around you wavers and flickers. You were lying in a hospital crib. A patch of mold on the wall looks as if it was watching you. Wave to the mold. Lie still and don't move or yell at the mold. Let's do... like, I would probably lie still and not move, but wait. The mold notices you and quietly descends. Uh-oh. Reach for the mold or scream and scare it away. Let's reach for it. Your hand darkens. Mold slowly envelops it completely. Do I die? A damp, cold substance envelops your eyes and mouth and ears. The mole reaches your head and then spreads to cover your entire body. Lie and still wait. Start kicking. The mold recoils. Just watch. The mold vibrates more intensely. You feel a wave of warmth. Soon it stops and the mold slowly peels away from you. Skill learned. The power of the gigastructures. The mold crawled into the wall, into your left, and across the ceiling. Just as it disappears into the shadows, a scientist bursts into the room, followed by several researchers. A squad of liquiders secures the doorway as the scientist rushes to the crib. Same old story. Lie quietly and look at the scientist. Start crying. Hit the scientist when he gets close. Let's hit him. The scientist is forced to step back. This is something new. He turns you over to spank you. What the? Laugh or cry? Laugh. The scientist has poured sweet children's food. Concentrate into your mouth. Mold was here. Possible contact. Check all corners. And you, what do you say? Did you see anything? Nod. Yes. The scientist looks at you in surprise. Do you understand me? Can you tell me where it is? Show this way, show that way, or refuse. Let's show this way. The researchers detected a mold signature in the corner. As a reward for the correct tip, the scientist slips a sweet concentrate into your mouth. To be young, I don't even remember those times. Go on now, buddy, we will meet again. And remember, if you find the mold, don't hurt it. Smile in response. The scientist smiles and leaves immediately. Lie in the cradle. You are left alone. An image of mold appears in your mind. You'll remember it forever. The Samosbor ends. The light comes on your ward and nurses enter. The nurses change your diapers and feed you, and several cycles pass. It's your birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Ba-na-na-na-na. It's your birthday, and you're already 5 cycles old. What do you want for your present? A toy? Or a voucher for food? Well, I think food would be good. A double ration has given you physical superiority over your peers. Oh, your favorite holiday is coming soon. The new cycle. In honor of this, your father brought home a Christmas craft. Your parents said that it is alive and even smells. Decorate it or don't touch. Decorate. You chose the most beautiful wrappers from the food concentrate and liquidator's toys, and the Christmas tree even helps you put them on. Ooh, right at the end of the cycle, there was a Samosbor, leaving behind white slime. A Research Institute employee broadcasting over the loudspeaker claims that it is practically safe. Throw a slime at it? It was all fun and games. The next day, Pasha grew an extra finger. Whoops. After a few shifts, the holiday was over and the block returned to normal life. The parents went to the factory and asked you to remove the Xmas 3 device from their room. Complete the task, come up with an excuse. No, we don't. Let's complete the task. You pull out the stand and the prickly body fell on you with all its weight. Your father returned from his shift and found you half dead, covered in needles. You've grown up and are walking around your block unsupervised. Ahead you see children laughing at a girl in mittens. Stand up for the girl. Thank you. I've been wearing these mittens since I was a child. My grandmother knitted them for me and told me to never take them off. You are my first friend. Now I have a friend. Why do you need these mittens? Or let's go play. Let's go play. Nastya doesn't want to play with the other children and suggests something else. Let's summon the Rotling. I'm not scared of her, are you? I'm not scared either. Let's go. You're not afraid? What the hell is a rotling? That must be like some secret experiment. Let's go to my cell in grandmother's mirror, is there? Summoned. You come to the cell, grandma's already asleep. There are no other adults. Summoned. Nastya left you staring at the carpet on the wall. She came back a moment later holding a bundle. I'm here. I found a piece of red concentrate at grandma's. It's delicious, but we'll use it to draw a staircase. Draw. Eat the paint. The concentrate leaves bright smears on the mirror. Nastya leans in and whispers, 13 steps, then Rotling will appear. You draw the staircase, the darkness thickens around you. On the 12th step, a rustling sound reaches you from the hallway. Draw to the end. Uh-oh. Title receiver, Fearless Summoner. The 13th step is drawn, clear as footsteps are heard in the hallway. Nastya clings to you, and you are literally dying of fear. Nastya, what are you doing here? Kids, it's time to sleep. Enough playing. This boy's parents are probably looking for him. Return home. You and Nastya stopped being afraid and giggled. But Grandma was right. The shift had ended long ago. All the residents of the block had returned to their cells, leaving the corridors empty. Now you had to make your way back through the dark block. We searched everywhere. We thought Pure Ones had already kidnapped you. You're punished. You won't get any sweet concentrate for the whole week. Apologize to Mom and Dad. It didn't help. Your parents took you to the cell and put you in the corner, but soon you managed to talk your way out to use the bathroom. In the toilet, you feel a strange calling. The cistern beckoning you. Uh-oh. Check to see what's there. The lid of the cistern won't move. It's too heavy for a 6-year-old. Try to move the lid. Find something to pry the lid open with. You look around for something to put under the lid. There is a doormat near the toilet. You pick it up and place it under the lid. There are keys under the mat. Take the key. You search for a long time and find what keys are for until you tried it on your parents' drawer. It was the only lock it fit. Inside the box are magazines with unusually fine paper. The women on the cover smile invitingly. You feel uneasy. Something inside you tells you that your parents are nearby. You quickly close the box. Take one and open it. We're gonna close the box. Your parents come in a minute later and ask how your day was. Son, we need to talk to you about your school. We think you have what it takes to be a liquidator. Tell us what you tell us. Let us tell you what that path looks like. School? Who are the liquidators? Damn it, Masha, our son doesn't know who the liquidators are. Being a liquidator is an honor, son. You'll protect the residents of the block, and you'll get twice as much food as the factory. Son, we need to talk about your school. We think you have what it takes to be a liquidator. Let us tell you what the path looks like. School? Do you want to kill me? What? Or cool, I'll be a hero. Oh my god, cool? Yes, yes. And the parents of liquidators get a pension bonus. Prepare for the school. When your father finishes his true story of his adventures, he took an old dusty briefcase out of the wardrobe. It belonged to your grandfather, your father, and now it's yours. Go well. It begins. After a few classes, you realize that you hate the life safely in gigastructure lesson. And right now it's about to start. Hold on a second, chat. Go to class or skip class? We're gonna go to class. Students, I reminded you that WTF is approaching. You'll receive points for exemplary behavior at school. WTF, points. That's right, students who earn the most points will be honored to carry the banner. Now let's move to the lesson. Today we'll talk about Samosbor again. Since childhood, you have known that it is deadly and dangerous. But can anyone say what it is? It's a deadly gas, it's a monster, it's an inexplicable phenomenon that affects the entire floor or sector. If it were that simple, a regular gas mask would be enough to survive. Samosbor is a little studied phenomenon. Its nature has not been established, and its consequences are multi-phase or faceted. For example, if you hear your mother's voice behind the airlock door, what should you do? Open the door for your mother or tighten the valve? Tighten the valve. Correct! The offspring of Samosbor can mimic humans. You must always be on your guard. And remember, Samosbor aren't only danger. A community of so-called pure ones has appeared in the neighboring sectors. These religious fanatics pose considerable threat to the residents of the block. You know what this kind of reminds me of? That other game that I played, chat, the We Are Not Human. I feel like this is kind of like that a little bit. A little bit. Pure ones but the liquidators protect us. Let's try that. Of course, the liquidators and the party will protect us all. Okay, I got distracted. A separate lesson to the pure ones. Finally, the bell rang for break. Run out of the classroom. Hold on, the bell is for the teacher, remember? There will be WTF after the break, and after the holiday, everyone must bring cotton, gauze, bandages. The break went unnoticed and the physical education class began. The gym teacher prepared an obstacle course for the form of puddles of slime left over from the Samosbor. Oh, they look suspiciously natural, and I have a pass. Jump over the puddles with the others. The note from your parents looked plausible. You didn't have to participate in the obstacle course. Go to class. The labor teacher led you into a dusty, cluttered classroom and gave you the task of turning Big Pot and Pickpas on the lab while he sat down to read the newspaper, Crancy Samosbor. The labor teacher reads the newspaper and swears loudly. He doesn't care what's going on in class as long as no one talks loudly. Do the labor teacher's assignment, or what smells so good? The inviting smell of delicious food comes from the neighboring classroom. Without thinking twice, you and a few boys slip out the door and quietly make your way into the housekeeping. Housekeeping! Oh, look, it's our friend. The girls have prepared a variety of khrushchev, era delicious of dishes. Seeing the boys in the classroom, they giggle, hiding from the teacher. Treat you to their dishes. Try Eula's fried tentacles or try Nastria's pie. Let's try her pie. The concrete crumb pie with your concentrate lifted your spirits and gave you strength. The bell rings for the long break. Run to the cafeteria or peek at the girls. Let's peek. You peek at your classmates. Eula and her friend are left on duty in the hallway. Eula looked so good that you want to ask her out on a date. Follow the girl until she's alone. You skill learned invisibility. Girls don't notice you. Her friends still won't leave. Wait or distract the girls. Let's wait. You watch the girls from around the corner pretending to read a textbook to look less suspicious. You mindlessly flip through the first book you find in your backpack. Open that page. Open another page. With this connection diagram, a current 1 valve will flow through the device. You mindlessly flip through your first book in the backpack. Put your textbook in your bag or open another one. Let's open another one. This connection scheme, your devices will have the same voltage. I don't know if that's good or not, but we'll see. Enough education. Time to get back to the girls. Eula's friends has finally left. Hi, Eula. How are you? Or Eula, listen. Can we step aside for a moment? Let's be nice. Hi, I'm on duty. Can't you see? You're a real pioneer. Being on duty sucks. He sounds like a badass like that. I'll put you're a real pioneer. Eula rolled her eyes at your comment. She doesn't like me, chat. I hate being on duty. I'm telling you, it sucks. Eula snorted. Several first graders wearing gas masks run past you. Let them run. Stop! Take off your gas mask. You make the children put their gas masks in their belt bags. Now they're playing safely. The teacher who noticed this gave you 1 point. Ooh. Alright, what did you want? Do you have a boyfriend? Maybe we can hang out together. What about like that? We'll do maybe we can hang out together. My father wielded an airtight door on my ex's cell. Huh. Well, that changes things. I'm not afraid of your father. But I am afraid, so don't do it. You chat and walk to an empty corridor where no one's ever around. Yulia takes out a cigarette and lights it. Give me one too. Before you could finish your sentence, your teacher peeks around the corner. Oh no. What are we doing here? It's all her fault. I was smoking. It's not her fault. And you wanted to teach my best student this nasty bad habit? -1 point! And march back to class. Class is about to start. Coming. As you ran back to class, Eula smiled and kissed you on the cheek. The long break is over. The bell rings for class hour. Go. Okay, is everyone here? Where's Pete? Alright, let's start assigning roles for the celebration. Find out your points. The teacher took a long time to write the scores on the board with the chalk. When she reached the end of the list, there you were. You didn't even get the required number of points. Oh, chat, we failed. Young man, you haven't proved yourself yet. But the party is giving you a chance to redeem yourself. You will have to clean up the cells of the veteran gigastructure. Waiting for the WTF holiday. Oh, man. Okay. Let's go in, chat. Going in. You've been selected to assist the elders. Your pioneer group is led down the long corridor of gigastructure to the sector for labor veterans. The air carries a damp chill and the light is fading. Chat with the pioneers or listen to the teacher. Let's listen to the teacher. Ludmila Mikavola. I don't know how to pronounce her name, Chad. I apologize. Start into a long speech about how important it is to respect the veterans. I'm showing my respect, and it smells like a hospital. Here stands the party's greatest treasure. It's people worthy of the highest respect. And how is that? I say hello in the hallway. I want to leave them alone. The pioneers are laughing and the teacher is wincing. A beautiful girl, in the long gloves walk beside you. Nastia. Just look, talk. The girl looks a bit shy, so you decide to break the ice. What? Sorry, I'm not in the mood to talk. You look great. Why the long face? Did you end up with a nasty concentrate? Remember how we summoned the Rotling? Yeah, I remember those were good times. Grandma wouldn't let us invite guests in after that. Chin up, Nastia. That's where old labor veterans, Blatsmitsov and Sandy Palch live. Knock, step inside and mind your manners. Go on. An old frail man opens up the door and Nastia slips on inside the dark room. The pioneers moved on to the next name on the list. A weird-looking man steps out from around the corner, metals jangling on his worn-out jacket. You'd actually notice him earlier by the smell. Don't pay any attention to him or wave. Wave. The old man gave you a heavy smile and started whispering something in a hoarse voice. The teacher runs up and kicks the man in the groin. What? Lydia Mikhailovna, he's a veteran. Punched the old man in the gut? No! The party does not welcome such marginal individuals. You need to watch yourself. That'll teach you to mess with me, and for the record, I was defending you, the younger generation. How hypocritical. And this veteran doesn't deserve respect? The teacher spits and plays dumb. Well, young man, your labor veteran lives here. The most problematic one. Go on, don't let the party down. I won't even get my tie dirty. Yes, ma'am. You marched up the door. A strong smell of mold fills your nose, and a strange hum settles in your head on the TV. The party voices boast off the record numbers of pigs raised. Nothing is said about the shortage of meat for their people. Once in a while, an old man's snore cuts through the report. Silently walk in the cell. Is anybody here? The snoring cuts off and a fat old man bursts out in the room in a dirty wife beater. Breathing booze in your face, the old man jumps around the cell like a madman, whistling something like, hey, hey! He's gaining speed, and soon he's about to crush you. Jump aside, say, where are you? The old man lands exactly where you were standing. Oh, little pioneer, hello, I didn't notice you. Shake his hand, salute him, and don't shake his hand. Why can't we? Shake your hand. The old man grabs your hand with both of his, one missing fingertip. He studies you closely with superstition as if you're breaking protocol? Planning to rob me? How dare you? I'm a pioneer. Only if it's for the good of the party. The old man is a little nervous. Hey, wait. No need to rush. Forgive an old fool. I'm not used to guests. Don't get many these days. Yes, of course. I understand. The old man smiled. So then, Rapscallion, tell me, where did such as you appear? Rapscallion? What? I'm from the next block. Can I help you? I'd rather help you than talk. Wait a minute. You can help me just by talking. Do you need someone to talk to? That's strange. There's no one to talk to the veterans block? Does anyone ever come in here? The old man tenses up. Well, sometimes someone drops by, acquaintances of mine, comrades. Don't your comrades help you? It's a bit messy here. The old man grows nervous, eyes darting as he slowly backs towards the large wardrobe. They only drop in to talk, that's all. They only drop in to talk. And what do you talk about? So I could just drop by and talk to you? The old man keeps backing away. Why are you asking, kid? Your cell looks like a place where anti-party ideas could fester. Why are you backing away? The old man jumps aside and grabs a knife. Oh my god, you little piece of pioneer, you're not getting out of here. Hide in the wardrobe, you know it's useless. Inside there are dozens of jars filled with preserved human remains, eyes, brains. Now you know what the old man lived on? You take one jar. What is going on? Jump up suddenly and smash a jar over the old man's head. Open a jar and roll it out of the jar. The cannibal is briefly distracted, grabbing his valuable supplies. Ew! You have literally a couple of seconds to neutralize the old man. Smash another jar against him. The old man falls on the floor in his cell and breathes heavily. You run out of the cell screaming. The old man's charging after you. Near the next cell stands Nastia. She flinches, then runs towards you. Run toward her. Run back. Run back. Nastia realizes that you want to protect her and smiles. Just as the old man's about to catch you, the girl runs up and grabs him with one hand. You look closer. Her hand is green. Attack the old man too. Do nothing. The girl thanks you and smiles. Together you quickly tie up the old cannibal. Soon the teacher arrives and is drawn by the noise. The girl asks you to keep her secret. Agreed. Memories from the early childhood come to mind as you look at the disarming smile of your new friend. You apprehend the criminal and earn the party praise. You and Nastia are held up as an example to others. Soon the whole block knows about you and your deeds. Return to home proudly. We got a vigilante badge. Throughout your youth, you have proven yourself to be a loyal member of the party. Your parents forced you to apply to the School of Liquidators. Wait, where are you going? I have a recommendation from the party. Okay, I'm leaving. The formidable liquidator reluctantly reads the document and lets you into the school. All right, go down the hall. Petrovich will soon start the training. Here we go, chat. The teacher enters the classroom and tosses his cigarette butt into an old paint can that serves as an ashtray. One of his hands is shaking slightly and he looks to be about 50. Stand up. Is it okay to smoke in class? Stand up. The teacher ordered you to sit down. In military institutions, this is the customary way to greet superiors. Whoops. Half of you won't make it to the end of the cycle. Another third will return crippled from the first liquidation. Only the last third will remain intact. Those who listen to me carefully. Not a third, but a sixth. Hey everyone, did you hear that? Well done, private nerd. You're counting correctly. Take your ticket for a red concentrate. Woo! What's going on, chat? While Petrovich explains the rules of the school, you have time to look around the classroom. At the desk in front of you, you notice a guy from your school. Wave or sit quietly. We better sit quiet. There are no other familiar faces amongst the students. In our school, you will undergo rigorous training, both physical and mental. Those who haven't wet their pants yet, put your personal files on my desk. Although if you are here, you've already made your choice, right? Submit your personal file or run away. This is how your training at the School of Liquidators began. As Petrovich promised, it was the hard training of your life. Well, we're going to academy, chat. Well, newbies, who amongst you is the most responsible? We appoint as the leader. Me! Private nerd, well done. had no doubt about you. Then go to the attendance book. It's 2 turns to the left, and then straight ahead and left. Am I gonna remember this, chat? I don't know. 2 turns to the left and straight and left. Okay. 2 turns to the left, left, straight, and left. The school was dimly lit. Was your party saving on electricity? You go straight until you... Left, straight, and left. It says left, straight, left. This one. You wander through the corridors for 3 shifts until your classmates find you. Oh, I went in the wrong one. In an exhausted state, it turns out you accidentally entered a corridor with recursion. You were not appointed a class representative. The school has strict discipline. Every morning there are drills. Get up early and attend class or skip class. No, we're gonna do class. Now you know how to pull your socks up. That must be a very useful skill. At the back of the classroom, 2 cadets took out a bottle of something dark inside. They drink from it and turn and giggle happily. One of them notices you and invites you to join. Let's do it, or no, don't. Expert in equipment. The others are having fun, but you know how the gravity mill device works from the lecture. The lecture on the history of party has been going on forever. The sands of time is already beginning to fall from you when you suddenly, Max suggests, listen to an idea, remain sitting. The lecture became unbearable and you fell asleep. You were only awakened by a strange noise. A faint squeak came from the back desk. A rat? Go back to sleep. What? Oh no, chat. Steven, what up? Staying up late? You woke up from a blow to the forehead with a ruler? As punishment, the teacher made you clean toxic liquidator equipment. Ugh. It's good that you died. What? It's good that you died? And don't know what happened to your body afterwards? What? Well, newbies, who amongst you is the most responsible? Who should we appoint as leader? Yeah, I put me. So I can't choose the same answers because it's not good, chat. We found out we died. That was our first death in the game. Private nerd, well done. This one, right? The school was admittedly dim because we took this one and we died, or we did something bad. Let's take this one. You have received the title head. Your memory didn't fail you. The teacher's room is right in front of you and the magazine is on the table inside. Fortunately, finding your way back was easier. The school has a strict discipline. Every morning there are drills. Get up early. Now you know how to pull up your socks. At the back of the class, 2 cadets took out a bottle. Don't do it. Listen to the idea. A lecture on history of the party has been going on forever. The sands of time is already beginning to fall in front of you. When suddenly Max suggests, Max says that a new experimental exoskeleton prototype has arrived at the academy. He suggests sneaking in and being the first to find out what's there. How did your night go, Steven? Is it nighttime now for you? The lecture of the history party has been going on forever. The sands of time is already beginning to fall from you when suddenly Max suggests I think we should remain sitting. I don't know. During this second half of the lecture, you fall asleep again. Fortunately, the teacher doesn't notice, or maybe it's okay for the class monitor and you get a good rest. Your classmate, Petya Sidorov, asks for permission to go on a class date. Or go on a date. Sorry, chat. And asks you to mark him present in the chemical defense class log. Don't mark him. Petya grits his teeth and assures you that he won't help you on the exam. I don't give a flying toot. Alright, you've been here half a cycle already. Today we have a test. We'll start with checking your physical fitness. You'll have to run a lot, so let's start with 3 laps around the corridor around the school. Evil, what up? How you doing today? Run fair. You were already out of breath, about to stop when suddenly your steps became light and required no more effort. It was as if you were pushing off the concrete floor with the gigastructure with your feet, but the floor itself was pushing you forward. This way you ran 3 laps faster than the rest. Neat. There we are. We have a winner. First place, aiming to be squad leader. Yes, sir. Don't be so sure of yourself. One day your confidence will be your downfall. Alright, losers, back to the class. And you, since you're so special, tell everybody how a mutant differs from a Samosbor. Mutant has partially retained its human form. A Samosbor creature has no physical form. You have off until the new year now. Yay! That's great news. You want to go to the music store to get some accessories for your new guitar? Do it. If it's nice, Evil, do it. What do you want to get? Well, that's true, but what does that mean? Answer. Attention, Samosbor in process. Seal the all airtight doors. Attention, seal the airtight doors. Seal the door. Petrovich got there before you, but he liked your courage. With one swift movement, he turned the valve 2 turns, and the door slammed shut. Take the charter. Is Peter still outside? Well, that's unfortunate. However, unfortunate because you have now plenty of time to review the regulations of the Liquidation Corps. When I return, recite them to me from your memory. Take the charter. You want a capo and a stand for it? Ooh. I think you should get like a blinged out pick for it, for you. Like something that relates to you. While everyone was sorting through the identical Warren Gray's books, Petrovich took an improvised ashtray and went into another room. You sat down in your place and reopened the first page of the charter. I, Citizen Gigastructure, am joining the ranks of the Liquidators. I swear to study the Liquidators' duty, defend residents of the block, and protect the property of the party. I solemnly swear not to doze off while reading the charter. I wonder if there's life beyond the gigastructure. What if I'm a character and not a real person? How is Yulia doing? I haven't seen her in a long time. Maybe I'll go visit her after class. Look around. The cadet sitting behind the desk offers you a pill. He says it increases mental abilities and will make it easy to learn the rules. Agree? I'm gonna take it, not take it. Refuse. The cadet is not upset and does not offer you anything else. Petrovich hasn't been heard behind the door of the next room for a long time. It seems like he's gone deep into the school. Where is he? Chat with others, learn the charter. Why am I purple around my image? You've read up to this section on the cell deprivation? Whatever that word is. First, you need to put on a gas mask and then help your comrades. A dull thud came from behind the airtight door, followed by the sound of nail scraping. At first, it was very quiet, but then the sound grew louder and more ominous. Go back to what you were doing. Who's there? Ah, yes, the rules. I solemnly swear, now you'll remember this for a long time. Yeah, we gotta grab the gas mask. The door is no longer closed as tightly as before. The smell of raw meat begins to seep through the crack. One of the cadets cries out, grab the gas mask. You quickly and skillfully put on the gas mask. Your life is not in danger. Okay, guys, don't panic. According to the rules, if the cell is depressurized, you must immediately put on the gas mask. I already know. That's why I'm doing it, bro. No one can understand you in the gas mask. The airtight door has already been bent into a spiral and hanging from its last hinge. One of the cadets has fallen to the floor and is gradually being enveloped by the purple fog. Put a gas mask on the guy. The cadet came to you and thanked you. Everyone else huddled in the corner. The only way out was the door of the teacher's room where Petrovich had gone. Woo! What's gonna go on? The purple fog seems to take on a physical form and creeps towards you. Only the bravest remain in the class, and there is no way to escape. The fog is everywhere. I would stare. You thought you saw pieces of the block resident? Why is my brain affected? You thought you saw pieces of the block residents' bodies fused together in the unnatural position? You were so terrified that some of your hair turned gray and you aged for several years? Did I die again? Hey, smoke in peace! Die! Petrovich aims the flamethrower at the strange pile of purple slime and cadet corpse and pulls the trigger. The flammable liquid engulfs in the creature, causing it to squeal for a moment. A moment later, there was only smoldering slime in the middle of the class. Attention! Samosbor is over. Attention! Samosbor is over. All liquidators proceed to sector XZ33 for cleanup. Inspect the classroom. 3 cadets will not be returning from school today. Alright, class, stand still. Did you think the test was canceled? I'll be calling the roll call now. But I'm ready to answer. We say just feel like be secure? Oh, she's sad. That's gonna hurt, but you know you're gonna lose people. It is, it's tough, but... well done. But I was joking, now we have to clean up the room after Samosbor and pack up the cadets' bodies. Comrades out of the slime and pass the test. And you pass the test, get to work. You have been accepted into the Gigastructure Liquidation Corps. Soon you will take up your new position. Prepare for duty. The received liquidator. Go rest and get used to it. You are now a liquidator. Congratulations, if I must say so. Oh, snap. Now we gotta, like, I don't know what we gotta do next. Liquidators, let's go. Well, newbies, everyone who passed is here in the room. Gather your equipment. The assignment is coming soon. Pick up the bucket or pick up the rake. Let's do rake. You took the basic liquidator equipment and tag with your person number VP 10111. So what do we have here? New recruits. Send them to sector 8. Oh, it says like hell. Send them to hell H3LL. But it looks like it says hell. Eavesdrop on the party. Petrovich is getting nervous. He explains to the commissar that you're all still newbies and the same time tries to feel for a pack of cigarettes in his pocket. Let them prepare, send an experienced liquidator with them, and then you can go and keep an eye on them yourself. We need to speed up the search for the object. Finally finding cigarettes in his pocket, Petrovich lit one and nodded affirmingly. The next day, you were introduced to the leader of your liquidation unit. Our mission today is to clean up the aftermath of the Samosbor in Block 24-5B. Corridor 81B. Listen to what I say and you'll come back in one piece. Any questions? I have a question. There are only 5 of us and you're the only one with experience. Yeah, we don't have any weapons. Just listen. The liquidator cursed and replied, "The 5 of you will undergo combat training together. The party has no spare fighters. Or to babysit you, no more questions, get dressed." After a quick briefing, squad reached the block. There were traces of Samosbor on the doors and in the corridor. Surprisingly, no one was hurt, but soon you discovered an incredible creature worship, or indescribable, sorry, Chuck, creature worshipped by the residents? Worship it too or destroy it? What? Worshipped by the residents? I put destroyed. It converted residents of the sector. Converted residents of the sector fled, leaving your squad alone with the creature. 5 mutate led by a giant massive flesher against you. All you have against them is a rake. Fight them in a spacious room or lure them in the corridor. Well, if we lure them in the corridor, I think we could take them out one by one. Or should we fight them in an open room? Using your long rake, you kept the giant carcass at bay while your comrade shot its minions. The initiative was on your side until one mutant came up behind you and hit you on the back of the head with a tentacle. Your squad is better armed than therefore victorious. The chitinous monster is trying to escape. Catch it up and destroy. Let it flee. The monster turned on you, and the light of the lantern, you noticed the remains of the human face torn apart by the parasites that had burst out. The sight severely shook your mental health. There's a wounded man here. It's a mutant. Finish him off. He's dangerous. Maximum hesitated, and the mutant managed to escape. Damn. As you returned to your block, the assembled sirens sounded. Civilians remained in the corridor ahead, but they would not make it to the airlock. The fog was closing in. Save as many people as you can, or close the door. Close the door. Dozens died, but hundreds are saved. Amongst the rescued civilians, you notice a familiar face, your former classmate. Nastia is looking at you. Thank you for saving her. While you're already a liquidator, I remember when you were just a kid. I remember too. Well, I have to go. It was nice seeing you. See you later. Goodbye. After a hard shift, Petrovich gave you a few shifts off so you could recover. Let's ask her out on a date. She agreed and asked to be picked up after a shift at the factory. Hi, sorry, but I can't go anywhere with you. I have to take care of Grandma and clean her stall. I'll go with you. Okay, bye. You really want to spend your time on this? Thanks. Nastia wasn't lying. She really is cleaning her cell with her grandmother, cooked something in the kitchen, and in the meantime, you help her. You help move the sofa and sweep behind it. Nastia smiled and continued dusting. Everybody needs a little help now and then, chat. As Nastia was dusting the crystal set, something fell on the floor. It seemed that her grandmother kept her jewelry there first. You crawled under the floor looking for the grandmother's jewelry until you bumped heads. Thanks to the awkward of the situation, you end up very close to her face. Kiss. Nastia pressed herself against you in passionate kisses. Ooh. You took her hand and accidentally pulled down her glove. At the moment, the girl recoiled from you in fear. The awkwardness of the situation was broken by the grandmother entering the room. Oh, how wonderful. You cleaned up so well. It's spotless. Nastia, thank you, my little dear. And you too, young man. Take some pies, please. try some? You had a very nice time sitting and drinking kombucha with pies before saying goodbye. You agreed to meet Nastia again. Your vacation is over. You have to return to the liquidation duty again. Wait for the signal. You saw the intelligence, comrade. It was passed on to you 2 cycles ago. The party will be unhappy if I write about this in my report. Listen. Petrovich listened calmly and pulled out a cigarette. The group has already been assembled with the best of the best, and here is the one who will lead. Me? That's right. See, always ready, even without knowing the assignment. Good. I'll be waiting for your report on its completion the next 7 days, comrade, and if it's not there, there are plenty of good candidates to take your place. Goodbye. Who wants what? What's the assignment? Petrovich opened the folder with the mission and began to brief you on the matter. In our block is one of the cells. There is an object, mold. The Research Institute sent a sensor that reacts to its signature. Understand? I don't understand. I understand. Basically, we can identify who is this mold, but we need to be careful because it escaped right from under the noses of our colleagues in the neighboring block. It's intelligent and needs to be eliminated. I'm on it. Well done, Liquidator. Go to the warehouse for the mold detector. Maxim is already there. He'll give you the details. Hooray! Finally, we prove ourselves. We'll repay the debt to the party and they'll thank us. Here's the mold detector. How does this thing work? What debt to the party? I'm gonna put, how does this thing work? You have to get close enough, about an arm's length away, otherwise the sensor won't work. Put it in your sleeve or somewhere else. Here, let me help you secure it. Let's get down to business. We'll split up and check more people and finish the job faster. Choose where you're going, and remember, we mustn't scare it away. I'll take the recreation room and the sleeping corridor. I'll take the workshop and the cultural center. Let me think. Your gut tells you it can't be in the workshop or... quiet the corridor is now, the middle of the shift. The children are at school. The adults are in the factory. The only way to catch people is when the next shift is announced at the end of the current shift. Oh, at the beginning of the shift, everyone was angry. People reacted negative to the detector chat. Oh. On the way to the next location, the detector starts beeping softly. The beeping gets louder and louder to the poor cell. The cell's occupant lets you in without asking any question. It turns out the detector is reacting to mold in the bathroom. Fearing trouble with the authorities, the occupants appease you with the red spray. That means the last item on the list is the recreation room. It's late. There is almost no one here. Only girl standing by the gramophone, and she looks familiar. It's Nastia from your school. Bring the detector close to her. No, that's definitely not Nastia. Title received party spy. The detector reacts weakly, but when he approached the girl, it beeped loudly and made her flinch. She's an alien? Ah, you! I can't believe it. In the name of the party, you are under arrest? In the name of go to hell? The girl is scared. She is frantically looking at you for a way out. Calm her down. You don't understand. As long as I'm here, the party won't let me live in peace. You're the liquidator. They're looking for me. Why are you? Did we let her go, chat? She's like one of the bad people. Like she's like got alien in her. But I think he loves her. Like he wants to get like romantically involved with her. You're not a threat. There's no time. I'll show you the way out because gotcha. Or like, should I kill her? I don't know yet. What? Why, thank you. Behind the girl, the detective beat Maxim was behind her. Grab her, don't touch her. The girl didn't expect such meaningless and hate you so hard that you started to lose conscious. The last thing you saw was her grabbing Maxim and breaking his neck. I died again. Shoot. Okay, we gotta go back here. Yes. Son of a bitch, get shot. Kill the leader using the bucket. Fight him off with the bucket. I'm gonna try and kill the leader with the bucket. You're up against 5 mutants led by the chitinous biomass. What do you have against them is a bucket. Putting a bucket over its head, you miraculously managed to disorient the monster, screaming. The mutant lost their initiative and began to scatter. Your squad is better armed and therefore victorious. The chitinous monster is trying to escape. With inhumane screech, the giant chitinous carcass crawled through a crack between the concrete slabs and disappeared. Let's interrogate him, if you would. The beating helped extract the information about the location of the pure community. Go along the red rebar. The passage will be marked by a concrete spiral. Cadet Petio? Looking at the mutant, you see he still had human conscious, but then he rushed forward and slashed you with his tentacles. Close the door. Don't pay attention. And thank you for seeing her. After a hard shift, Petrovich gave you a few shifts off so you could recover. I don't know. I think he likes her. Like, I don't know. Do we do it in mail company now? The human pleasant smell of cleanliness filled the air of the liquidator's locker room. Sniff or show. It smells like some kind of cologne. You won't find anything like this on your block. Only intercluster smugglers can get a hold of it. No one was there. You were about to turn around and leave when suddenly someone rolled up behind you and grabbed you. Black. In front of you, literally stand Maxim wearing only a towel. Or it's like one of them is like scamming. Like one of his comrades are like immune. He must have just taken a shower, so what was that? I was testing you, what are you doing here? Wanna know how men have fun? Well, thinking I'm playing cards with someone, but I'll have another idea for fun. I get it, I'm not interested. Nice. Strengthen your male friend. Wait for the signal. Stand up for Petrovic. That's right. Assignment. Understand. It's probably the mold that infected. Like infected him when we started. It has enough power to destroy gigastructures. Is all I know. The party doesn't need any rival. You get up on the wrong side of the bed. The party raised us, fed us, and educated us. We owe everything to it. Don't be stupid. Approach the people while they are busy working. Oh my god. We weren't the ones who were looking for, but you could sneak up. I died again! So the bucket was good last time. I don't even know what answer to pick then. Our mission today is to clean up the aftermath. You're cleaning up the aftermath. Oh my god! Order has been restored in the block and you now have a new master together. Oh no. You're now subject to his will. Everything that happens next is too vague. Oh no. You finally come to your senses when you hear gunshots and explosions. Was that blackout that long? A whole shift? Run. Ah. Shoot at moving targets. You were the target. Get. Shot. Oh my god. Need some news stories. So remember, we're moving targets, so we can't do it. So lie down. There we go. You regain consciousness and you find yourself in the familiar medical ward on the hospital bed. What's that smell? Oh, I think this is like the beginning. Maybe the beginning? Experiments. This guy lived with pure ones for half of his life. They must have brainwashed him. He's no good as a liquidator. Send him to the research institute so they can experiment on him. The commissioner said nothing and left. A few shifts later, people in white coats came for you. They stood over you for a long time and discussed experiments. Fortunately, they decided not to dissect you. Uh-oh. No. So now we're an assistant? just like that, something so, like, you think you're gonna go, like, get a different ending, and just like that, it's like, now I get turned into a freaking laboratory rat. Life has brought you this slime research. The scientists conducted a whole series of experiments on you and took samples. When everyone finally realized you were harmless, you were appointed a lab assistant. It must be more convenient to keep an eye on you that way. See what you can take. Confidential. The door slams, you turn around and instinctively hide the folder behind your lab coat. Why do you scare me like that? Ah, you're new? Come on in, I'll show you what we have here and how it works. Sure, let's go. We have an analysis sitting here, a laboratorist over there, and a cafeteria. And here's the most interesting part. The closet, maybe? That must have been where the most secrets are. This is where the inventions they have been rejected by the party are stored. Look for an example, ultra efficient and mega cheap. Moonshine made from mushrooms. According to calculations, it will destroy the economy of gigastructure, which is why it was not allowed to go on sale. No thanks. I don't drink at work. Suddenly, there's a sharp, abrupt knock at the door. Pasha jumps up, asking you to stay here, and slips behind. Sneak up the door and listen, freeze. You can make out two voices. Pasha's agitated voice and another cold and hoarse. However, cannot make out what they are saying. Pasha returns. He visibly agitated without looking around. He goes into the laboratory and asks you to file out research results. A great start. Paperwork. Okay, I'll read it. You read that? A case of fire. You need to press the round red button. There is no... Hold on. You read that in case of fire. So in case of a fire, you need to press the round red button. There is no useful information. Out of boredom, you start counting the concrete eaters in the cage. The text of the documents is written in a complex scientific language. You quickly flip through the few pages. It's a drawing of an unusual chair surrounded by tubes in spherical shapes. Out of boredom, you decide to look through his desk on 3 figurines from a collection of toy liquidators. And in the drawer was a magazine called Naughty Seamstresses. Wow, wow, naughty, chat. He's getting naughty in the office. Suddenly, there's a loud bang in the laboratory, followed by hissing. You run to the laboratory door. Blue foul-smelling smoke crawls out. Enter carefully, slam the door open, and rush in. Or don't open. Don't open. Uh-oh. You see, Serzenobog? What's Serzenobog? Uh-oh. 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 Extinguish it with your hands. Look for the fire button. In front of you is the equipment control panel. Behind you is Pasha on fire. Press the button. Yeah, the red button. That's what it was. Gas jets burst from the ceiling. It becomes difficult to breathe, but you remain conscious and watch as the fire in the laboratory dies down. By the end of the day, you are sent to the infirmary. Come to your senses, good boy. I have a couple of questions for you, and the most important one is, where did you get that folder? It was on you. Who did you steal it from? I was filing some documents and then by accident, the rasp liquidator nods and he walks away from your bunk. He stares at the wall as if gathering his thoughts and then turns back to you. You don't talk much? That's good. Did you get a chance to read it? No, even better. You'll have time later because your friend is dead. Uh-oh, so now you work for me. Any questions? Is it true that liquidators also have sex on a card? What do you do if your nose itches during a cleanup and you're wearing a gas mask? I don't have a nose. You should see your face. See, I can joke too. Now shut your mouth and follow me. Tasha was gonna helping me with the project, but now he's out of the picture. You're gonna help me? It's clear that you need to keep quiet about it. Uh-oh. What if I refuse? What's in it for me? What was the explosion? Ugh. What was the explosion? Cooling. We need to cool the unit more. More tubes. More liquid nitrogen. What's in it for me? Glory and honor. Seriously though, if I just let you live, one word from me and the party will shoot you for spreading unauthorized information, so listen up. Alright, now I need 3 things. A flow capacitor, a copper core generator, and 10 liters of liquid nitrogen. You can look for them in any order. Get started. For what? For our bright party future, don't ask stupid questions and get to work. Here's the list of what RAS 1 is asking for. Fortunately, he is not the worst boss, and he told us the approximate locations for where the items can be found. Look for the flow capacitor. You headed to the office. A triumphant cry came from behind the door when you entered. A frail old professor immediately began boasting about the invention. This is a breakthrough. The device can bend space and time, and it's even better than the gravity mill. At least you can control it. Ooh, very interesting. Keep going. The professor saw the interest in your eyes and continued spitting saliva. In a moment, you already wanted to look at his creations. Of course, look, but don't touch with your fingers. It is very fragile. I worked on it for 30 cycles, almost my entire life. Can I take it? 30 cycles? I saw one just like it at Peter Ivanov's place. I heard the commissioner for the party awards has arrived at the research institute. I wonder if I should tell him that so he leaves and then I can take it. Probably, right? How did they find out? Oh, my stupid head. The party knows everything. I need a suit urgently. Stay here and keep an eye on it. There we go, chat. The lab is empty. The flow capacitor is unattained. Search the office. Item received. Party ID. The professor was such in a hurry, he forgot his ID. Quickly grab the device. It's small and weighs about 1 kilo. It was easy to hide under the lab coat. Okay, so now we gotta get the liquid. I don't know what's heavier, liquid nitrogen or a generator. I think generators are heavier. So let's do the liquid nitrogen first. The Regent warehouse is on the top floor, so you have to leave the research institute. Climbing in the stairs, you see a cordon blocking the entrance and 2 liquidators standing guard. What's going on here? What's the reason for the gathering? You decide to act tough, secretly hoping that the liquidators don't shoot you? Haven't you heard about the explosion, man? Further down the corridors, an investigation committee is a meeting. All employees are being questioned. That's where I'm going. I have to go. New scientific discoveries await. Is that where we're going, Chad? I don't even remember. Hold on. Okay. That's where I'm going. The liquidators look at you grimly, then you let you in the office where the accident is being discussed. So we have several versions of the explosion, which is yours, young man. We violated safety. Insufficient cooling of the equipment. The statement sparked heated on debates amongst the commission, and one of the scientists finally admitted that the old devices could indeed overheat, and he was punished, and you were given access to the warehouse. Look for the canister of liquid nitrogen. Rolling this tank to your laboratory proved to be a difficult task. Fortunately, you figured out how to find a cart. It's no wonder you're a scientist now. Love it! Here is a list of what Rast one is asking for. Unfortunately, he's not the worst bot. He told us the approximate locations for where the items can be found. Okay, round 3. Now we need to get the generator, chat. Can we make it out alive? I don't know. I'm kind of nervous. I think we could do it, though. Don't forget, chat, we do have a poll going up on YouTube for what day you guys would like the giveaways for Sonic Rumble for Sonic Rumbles. For the month of January, we are doing giveaways. I could do either a giveaway a weekend, because there's 5 weekends in the month, or we could do like 4 and then maybe 1 in Discord like I did last time. They also do have some rewards if you do play Sonic Rumble that you can claim as well, because as like a whole community, we ended up getting how do I say it, chat? We ended up making like getting the goal done. So I think there was like 5 rewards. So if you do play it, make sure to claim it as well. Let me see. Yeah, there was 5 rewards completed by the community. It was like a community challenge. So we got some rings, some avatars, some stickers, or like some pop-up things, like emotes, kind of. Well, not emotes, but like I think they're stickers. And then avatar frames. Get the generator. A disheveled Research Institute employee was waiting for you at the entrance of the control room. Damn it, after that explosion, half of the lab lost power. What are you doing here? Nothing better to do? No, I'm busy with scientific matters. Where are the generators? Of course, how clever. Every department needs generators right now. Okay, you can take one from the control room, but first you have to power up the automatic door. Help me with that. There are 2 diagrams. In the first one, you need to connect the galvanic cells so that the same amount of current flow through them. Simple. And the second one? The second diagram is for the devices. Connect them so that each one has the same voltage. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to remember this. I got to read this again. 2 diagrams. The first one, you need to connect the galvanic cells so that the same amount of current flows through them. So galvanic cells and same current flows. The second diagram is for the devices. Connect them so it's the voltage. The same voltage. Okay. I'm going to try and remember that, chat. I don't know. Sure, nothing is complicated here. When you connect everything, flip the switch and just check everything a few times or you'll get electrocuted. Okay, can you do it yourself? You can look for the generator somewhere else. Go on. Here are the first diagrams for the galvanic cell. Remember what you learned in school. I think we connected this way. The second diagram, which is responsible for switching on the devices, remains. Connect like this. Turn it on. It works! We did it! The room lit up and the automatic door behind you works too. We did it, chat. Take one. It's heavy, damn it. You had to use a trolley. Report that everything's been found. Here's a list of what RASP-1 is asking for. Fortunately, he's not the worst boss and told us the approximate locations and where the items can be found. Report everything's been found. While you were gathering the items on the list, the RASP-1 left the office. Everything's packed up, but RASP-1 hasn't shown up for the second shift. Check his office. Rasp's desk is covered with papers and thick layers of dust. Amongst the interesting items are a photograph and a folder. Let's check the folder. This is a personal file of a young blonde woman. I think it's that guy, that girl that we liked at the beginning, Natalia or whatever her name is. Oh, and the place of her death, nothing else of interest. Uh-oh. A young man, apparently Rasp, one with the white-haired girl and the woman are standing in front of the research. Wait. Okay, so what did you bring here? Amazing, everything is just right. All you understand is threats? Okay, follow me. They brought in new test subject. Help me set up the security system. Follow Rasp. Judging by the number of liquidators, the floor has been designed as a high security. The Rasp had to give you his pass to let you through. And now you know his name. Aristocrat Betonovich. Finally, you step in a room divided in half by thick reinforced glass. Come here, clear this room up of equipment while I set up the security codes. Hurry up, the new ones will be here soon. Everything. You miraculously did not damage your back while lifting up the heavy thing. See, chat, when the room was ready, the Rasp called the intercom and the girl was brought into the office, almost unconscious. Her face looks familiar. It seemed like Nastya. Thick hair is a fragile build. Look. Uh-oh. Why is the book saying it? Oh, he was the same guy I seen as a kid, as a baby. I didn't know that, Chet. Now I know. That's interesting. What the hell? Tasha? I think he's dead, right? Look. I knew it was her, chat. In her face, you finally recognize your former classmates. You were so surprised to see a familiar face here. Senior research. Great news, the Rasp has been promoted you to the chief assistant. We're promoted! Maybe we should do research instead of being a liquidator, chat. I was always better in science, to be honest. Bad news, you overslept the start of your shift. Running out your cell and closing your door, you remember that you haven't had breakfast? Your stomach is already starting to rumble when suddenly you come across an old woman selling pies on your way. Buy a pie from the old lady or wait for lunch. The mysterious smile of the old lady selling pies in the tunnel made you wonder about the origin of the meat. Oh no, you wondered even more when you got stuck in the bathroom and were late for the research? Oh no. After the reception desk, you are told that your supervisor is not in today. He has instructed you to go to another office temporarily. After passing through several empty corridors, its unmarked office, you find the number you are looking for. A young woman with a white coat is working in the office, but you don't see her face right away. So you think it's okay to be late for your first shift with your new boss? My fault, Yulia. It's all the pies. I'm not interested in your culinary adventures. You look familiar. We went to school together. I thought you disappeared in Samosbor. Yulia! I don't remember you. I do. Let's skip the nostalgic school memory. Let's get down to business. I need you to fulfill my quota for the 7th shift. What quota? I saw Nastya. Where's that guy with the hoarse voice? Let's go to where's the quota? We need to test the latest developments in the research institute and submit report to the party leadership. I'll enter the data in the computer and you can smear yourself with slime. Let's get to work. Peek out what Yule is doing. Every few minutes, she enters the same code into the computer. 4815. It must be something important. When she saw you slacking off, she gave you a dressing down. The jars with ointment samples are in the refrigerator. Get started on the test. Test the ointment on yourself. Test the ointment on somebody else. Oh, it's the old guy. The party organized a search for volunteers for extra rations, so there were plenty of takers. I'm ready. Hurry and apply your damn ointment. I want the rations I was promised. Apply just a little. Apply generously. Let's do just a little bit. The ointment has no effect on the homeless man, so you had to write that in the report. While you were finishing up the results of the experiment, a new device was delivered to the laboratory. Be careful with that device. It only has 2 controls, but still, tell me more. This device allows you to research your cells faster when Samosbor begins. It's designed to slow down the time inside the corridor and increase its length. This will give people more time to reach their cells. Okay, I'm off. Start testing. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Turn the time knob or turn the length knob. The device looks unusual, but it's still really easy to use. There's only 2 controls. Let's do length. Perhaps the device is faulty. You start to write a report about the device malfunction. But with every step you take, you realize you're not getting any closer to the table. Run. After some time, you haven't gotten any closer. Uh-oh. You were already tired from such intense physical exertion. Turn to the device. Oh, no. Suddenly, the device you were testing crackled and started to smoke. Yulia comes out of her desk. Submit the results of your work. Finding you sweaty, smelly, and exhausted, Yulia frowned. What are you doing anyway? I need the results of the experiments. Everything's okay? Everything's ready. Your colleague is in the development department. Are dissatisfied your research results do not match their data? What? Either you set up the experiment incorrectly or you have 2 left hands. It happens. Do that again and you'll be fired from the research institute? Well then. There is no urgent work left in the laboratory. Aristara Betnovich should be back in a few shifts. Yulia asked you to sort out papers and she went to the computer. At the entrance to the room where Nastya was being held, there is a cordon with 2 liquiders. Some of them have a massive flamethrower. What? Hey, Professor, where are you going? Show your ID. I'm a scientist, let me through. The liquidator glanced at you, scratched the back of his head, and orders them to let you through. Behind the large glass, huddled in a corner, sits Nastia. She didn't notice you right away. Call out to her. The glass is soundproof, but Nastia can see you. She remains very happy to see a familiar face. With this smile on her face, she jumps up to the glass, but nothing can be heard through it. She points to the table where there's paper and pencil are lying. Where paper and pencils are lying. Right, why are you here? Don't be afraid, I'll save you. Why are you here? Oh my god. Nastia takes off her glove and shows her hand. It's unnatural green marks that look like mold. Tears roll down her cheek. It's scary, I'd better go. It's okay, everything will be fine. Look around the table. Secret. The results of the energy capacity experiments are phenomenal. The object represents a virtually infinite source of energy. This will be enough to electrify? Enough to electrify an entire block or cluster for an entire gigacycle. This is followed by a diagram of the power plant. So they want to use her as a research into the alternative entity for crews that possess a consciousness separate from its carrier. In addition, alter ego possesses superpowers, so security measures had to be increased. It's too late. A scientist enters the room. What are you doing here? Do you have access? Leave immediately or I'll call security. I went to the wrong door. It happens to everybody, the scientist replied. Understandingly, I'll let you go. A new 7th shift week has begun. You and Yulia are working on a sealant for food. Concentrate to make it even more concentrated. Suddenly, the door of the laboratory opens. Aristera Bentonovich enters the laboratory, slightly rumpled and disheveled. Are you goofing off? It's clear what's going on with that idiot. But what about you, Yulia? Is everything ready for the experiment, or do you understand how important it is for us? Thank you for the like. Everything's ready, Father? Father? Wait, I knew that was happening too, chat. I knew it. Ay, ay, ay. Wait for orders. We already knew this. Excellent, my girl. Now go get the rest, both of you. Go and rest, both of you. We will conduct the experiment. Ed, what up? The experiment. We're almost there. We're almost at our first ending of the game. We got 2 more chapters left. Maybe. I think it's time to give Etological a shouty. It's a great time. Perfect. How are you doing today, Ed? What you up to? How is your holiday? Are you here? Good. Assemble the cooling tubes and connect them to nitrogen source. We need to reach minus 88 degrees Celsius, and then the machine will work. Assemble. There are a lot of them. It's not an easy job, and it's completely unclear why this is necessary. Yulia, in the meantime, program the flow capacitor, connect it to the computer, and synchronize it with the machine. Take the punch cards from my desk. Punch cards? Punch cards? Yes. What's so surprising about that old technologies are the most reliable. Okay, I'll connect the generator. See you soon, dear. Oh, chat, I gotta do snow removal. I'm gonna BRB for a couple of minutes. was just somebody who went by, chat. So, false alarm, false alarm. Okay, so connect the generator. I'll see you soon. What is he talking about? Yulia looked at her father as if she understood what he was talking about. 2 hours later, everything was ready. Take a look. Behold, this is the machine of time and space. In short, it's a TAS. Well, do you like it? By the way, I want to honor you with privilege, so you will be the first to try it out. Get ready. The experiment will begin very soon. So, this game, if you didn't know, it is a visual novel, but it's got a lot of choices. Like, everything you do in the game is a choice. And you have, like, you can check your book here, and you'll see, like, different characters you meet along the way. There's different items you'll pick up along the way, different skills you'll pick up as well. Different titles you'll get, like right now we have this one, and then the ending. So there is 6 different endings, it looks like. Maybe 8. 6 and 2 is 8, right? 6, 7, 8, yeah. So there's 8 different endings then. I'm excited to get our first ending. We've been playing this game now for a bit. It's a great game. It's called Choice of Life Samosbor. So right now it's on sale currently for $5. You can pick it up on Steam. It's $6.49 Canadian regularly. It says you're just a simple inhabitant in the endless gigastructure. The best you get is 7 shifts in a machine and a bowl of feed concentrate. And that for good service to the party. Is it that, or do you have a choice? So, yeah, it's like a choose your own adventure, choices matter game, which is really neat. I think it's worth it. So if you like games like that, this might be one you might want to wish list. It's a visual novel. It's got nice art, interesting setting, interesting story. And like I said, each option that you pick gives you like a different ending or like a different. We're just gonna try and get one ending for today. And then we're gonna see if y'all want me to play this again, let me know in the comment section when the VOD goes live on my YouTube channel. And if you want me to get another ending, please let me know. And I would be more than happy to play it for you all again. Well, do you like it? By the way, I want to honor you with a privilege. You'll be first to try it out. Get ready. The experiment will begin very soon. Why me? I'm not going to test it on my daughter, you idiot. Forced to get into the TAS machine, I have a better candidate. Where did you dig him up? A volunteer program from the Research Institute? Fine, screw him and get him ready. Yeah, I always wanted to be an explorer. Show me your machine. Please get in. The curious homeless man got into the machine and even fastened the safety belt to himself. Our artist Starchus Benovich started the transfer process. The voltage is fluctuating, the air around him is electrified, and the homeless man is writhing and begging to be let out. Free him or just watch? What should we do, chat? Do we watch? Jaco, how's it going? It's going well, no complaint. Just getting deep down into the stories of this game, which is really neat. How you been? How's your holidays? I hope they were well. There you go. Okay, are we freeing him or watching him perish, chat? What do you want to do? Are we being villainous? Or do you have empathy on somebody you don't know? I think we should watch. We'll just watch him. The smell of burning flesh filled the air. You blinked and the chair is already empty. Search it. The time machine generator is smoking and breaking down. The machine is broken and the homeless man is nowhere to be seen. Arista Bentovich is furious. Well, it's a freaking... This is no good. This junk is using more energy than calculated. We need a more powerful source. Where's the bomb? It must be in the future. Who knows? That's it. Leave me alone. I need to think. You have been given several shifts of paid leave for such intense and stressful work. This is a good reward. Visit Nastia or ask Julia out on a date. What are we doing, chat? Ooh-woo! It's time for the ooh-woos. You're doing good. You had a nice Christmas. Been a chill week. That's what's up, Jaco. Love to hear it. We're just getting over sickness. My mom got admitted to the hospital, so finally she's getting some care, a little bit of care. Because she had a really bad reaction to some antibiotics, so they're trying to fix her up a little bit. And then, yeah, so my father was sick, and then I ended up getting a little bit sick yesterday, so I'm like, I'm not coughing a lot, but I'm coughing a little bit, so that's not good. So I'm trying to rest up too, and I'm doing a little bit of short streams. I'm not, I'm like trying to stream. Sometimes I stream early, depending on if we have to go to like visit her to the hospital and stuff. But the roads have been closed because we got like a really bad storm the past few days. So the roads were closed yesterday, and I think they're gonna be closed again today. They're like telling people not to go on the roads if they don't have to. So gonna be one of those couple of days until the weather lets up. Like today it's pretty overcast. It's not too bad. The idea seems good until you remember that she is in a secret guarded laboratory. Nastia's security has been tightened, double cordon, and pass control. So your pass? Even with the pass, you won't be allowed in. You need a higher level. You'll have to watch. Shift, 2 shifts, nothing happens. Finally, 3 employees of the Research Institute come out of the office. Nastia bounds hand and foot with his lead behind them. Stay unnoticed. You gotta sneak. You're becoming more of a skilled at stealth. You are so inconspicuous that you managed to steal a protein bar from the liquidator. The convoy proceeded through several wide corridors to the X-ray room. It was a rotation of liquidators. Wow, have y'all been playing lately? Anything good? Anything new? I got to jump into Arc Raiders finally. I've been enjoying that a little bit, and obviously like doing the Fortnite with their daily gifts and stuff because they don't stack anymore. So that's cool too. Like the Winterfest and Sonic Rumble. There's been like a couple of things going on. Don't forget to vote for next month, because we have some codes being in their content creator program. We do have some codes that we are able to give out to the community for like a giveaway. So I do have a poll going up on my communities page of my YouTube that y'all can check out and vote in. Which day for the giveaways work out better for you, if it's Friday or Saturday. So y'all can let us know. If I could ping or share the link Right now, y'all voted and Saturday is in the lead. We got 5 votes so far, so thank you all for voting if you voted. I noticed they did decrease the amount of red rings that they're giving away. So we had another giveaway previous, 500 red rings per code, and now they decreased them to 3. So I'm not sure if that's just because like of the amount of codes that they had to give out. I would assume so. Yeah, exactly. For sure. Lately, you've been feeling nostalgic, so you've been revisiting games like Evolve, Mass Effect. Nice. Resident Evil Operations, Raccoon City. Did you pick up any games on the Steam sale? And that goes for you too. Like everybody in chat, whoever's listening. Let me know if y'all picked up any good games. I picked up like the Mass Effect bundle, and there was a couple of games. So we'll be switching it up a little bit and playing some other games in the new year. Once I'm done the games I have to review, because I requested for a whole bunch of games to review and go over. But once these games are done, which I mean they're almost done, they're gonna be going into the new year. But once they're done in January, I'll be I think I'm gonna be going back to like some other games that I haven't finished yet in my backlog, like Death Stranding, and I'm thinking of like what other games. There's like a couple other games. You picked up Terminator 2D No Fate? Nice! Are you excited for that one, Ed? The convoy proceeded through several wide corridors to the X-ray room. There was a rotation of liquidators. Peek through the window or pass. You lingered near the office so long that you caught the moment when the several scientists gathered the entrance. Ensuing commotion. You managed to sneak into the office to see her. Oh, good. In the center of the office stands an operating table which Nastia is tied. At the other end, a scientist is preparing to perform an unethical experiment. Activate the fire alarm! You manage to bring matches close to the fire extinguishing system, but the scientist immediately shouts at you. Hey, what are you doing here? Knock him out or make up a story? Let's knock him out. The blow landed and the scientist flew onto the table with the regent, which fell and mixed together, forming a blue smoke. Office is filling with water cleanup crews and research institute staff will be here soon. To Nastia. Nastia tries to break free from the powerful shackles, and her face begins to change. Her skin takes on a green tint, and the veins of her neck swell. She's like, Green Nastia, let me out, you bastard. I need to get to the lab. Who the hell are you? Nastia? The creature that was Nastia looks at you with a smirk. It's not. You'll find out everything. Just get to the lab. Everything will fall into place there. I'm sure you need it too. What lab? Deep inside the block, a secret complex. I have access to codes. That's why they're keeping me here. I'll help. Let's get out of here. Oh my god, chat. You managed to escape and avoid the group of liquidators? Nastia is being transferred back and you don't understand what happened? You are brought out of your confusion by the loud cry of Galia, the guard at the gate. She informs you that Aristocrat is looking for you and he has some important news. Uh-oh. Woo! Now it's clear why they're keeping this girl here. She's a source of energy. According to their calculations, she's almost 1.5 gigawatts. Uh-oh. It's a lot of fun. You want to get that soon? It looks dope. Heck yeah. Are you going to be streaming it, Ed? That was one I wanted to see. I didn't know if Evil was going to get it, to be honest, because she's played a lot of the, She played the, what's the other one? Not Terminator, but the other one. I'm trying to think of the name, and it's not coming to me right now. Good plan, Aristocrat Benovich. Nastia will die? Uh-oh, that's enough to keep the machine running. The girl might die, but scientists require sacrifice, as they say. Woo. It's not good, chat. We don't want her to die. I mean, we can't, like, show our feelings for her, though. You managed to please Aristocrat Bentonovich, but his daughter has been frowning the whole time. Father, you've gone too far. This experiment is not worth lives of innocent people. That's her fate? Yes. Yulia, I'm doing this for you. I'll bring your mother back. And can you imagine what this means for science? Maybe we can even bring back our leader, Jelinin. The two of you managed to convince Yulia of the necessity of the experiment. She couldn't resist her father's will. Okay, we don't have much time. There's been an incident. RoboCop. That's the one, chat. Yeah, Evil played RoboCop, too. I've been doing a video of... You revived it for the videos? Nice. You've been doing a video series of it? Sweet. Yeah, I think that'll be good. Like, if you do a, like a playlist? Okay, we don't have much time. There's been an incident and they're gonna move her to a more secure facility. If that happens, we'll never get to her again. What's the plan? The scientists spread out the Map Research Institute on a large table and began placing figurines on it. We need to act quickly. I'll prepare everything for the experiment. And you and Yulia will replace the transfer orders so that she is brought straight to my laboratory. That's suicide! That plan is excellent. Of course it is. I came up with it. Yulia will do the talking, and the rest is just a matter of technique. Just swap the folder with the order. That's it. I need to get ready. Oh my god, chat. Here we go. A corridor of liquidators stands in front of one of whom has already spotted Yulia and spat out a cigarette butt. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What, lady? Where are we going? To the lab? You need ID to get in. Hey, you! Hands off! Shut up! Shut the bleep up! I'm gonna tell him hands off. The liquidator hit you with the butt of his rifle so you know your place. Yeah, lady, you've got the documents, but is this kid with you? Why are you silent scientist? You're bad at choosing men, ma'am? Never mind. I'll wait outside. I'll go through. Yulia quickly shuts the liquidator up, explaining to him the principles of subordination at the Research Institute and what happens if they are not observed. You're allowed to go with her. Since it's a run and gun game, they are short games. Yeah, that's okay. Small games like that. Yeah. I think that's good. That'll be, you know, people will totally be interested in checking them out for sure. The laboratory is empty. It's lunchtime. Swap the document. You successfully forged the transfer address for the object M0LD Mold 1 and left the laboratory. All that remains is to wait for you, and Nastia will be transferred to you. 1/7 shift is coming, then another aristocrat has already set up the equipment, but they still haven't brought Nastia to you. Wait, the party has already found out about everything? No, don't panic. Wait. At the end of the work shift, there was finally a knock at the door. Two broad-shouldered liquidators brought in a bound Nastia and gave Aristocrat some papers to sign. When the formalities were over, you were left alone with the laboratory. Whew. What are you standing there for? Tie her to the machine. Winked at her. Tie her up. Let's wink. Generator is on. Yulia, start the initiation algorithm and make sure the girl doesn't run away. She'll be screaming in a minute. Nastia starts shaking and sobs can be heard. Aristocrat jumps in the time machine chair and enters the data into the control panel. I'm coming for you. Finally, Yulia, you'll see your mother soon. Start it up. Let's go. Nastia loses consciousness. Everything around her sparkles. The air is electrified. Continue the observation or stop the experiment. Let's continue. You blinked just once and there was no one left in the chair. You forgot to mention you were also playing some Battlefield 6 and Predator Hunter Grounds. Ooh, that sounds interesting, Draco. After a few minutes of agonizing waiting, the air became electrified again. The silhouette of a scientist appeared in the corner of the office. It was Aristocrat Bentonovich, and he was barely standing on his feet. Well, how was it? Yulia ran up and grabbed her father. I saw her, Yulia. I saw you too. When you were little, I just couldn't tell her. You were so happy. I just watched. She was alive, just as I remember her. So the machine is working? Why didn't you warn her? I watched her, watched the whole 7 shift. I followed them, walked around, thought about it, how I could tell her, but I couldn't. Later I'll bring your mother back, Yulia, but now the rest have done the tremendous job. Take the girl and carry her to the table. We need to freeze her body. We'll need the energy. Take Nasty. Her lifeless body still looked alive. You laid her on the cold metal table and left the laboratory. Today is a celebration. An order has arrived promoting you to senior researcher. I always knew I was dedicated to science, chat. The award ceremony is coming soon, and distinguished scientists from the Research Institute have gathered in the office. It was so fun. Nice. You rounded up a couple of your buddies and think some matches, and also played custom matches as well where you rotated who the predator was. Sweet. It was so much fun. Ed says, then you started Final Fantasy series? That's what's up. Yeah, I think Harvey was playing Final Fantasy. And I think Zero was playing some too. Aristocrat Benovich was called up first. He received the first class in the director's hand with satisfaction. For your contribution to science, for your exemplary service to the party, and for testing time and space machine, I award you 3rd degree prize. Shake hands. That's all we can do. Everyone disperses for tea and cookies when suddenly a siren sounded. Attention, Samosbor! Everyone take shelter behind the airtight doors. Attention, Samosbor! Everyone take shelter behind the airtight doors. Close the airlock. You are used to this, but don't yet know that this is only the beginning of a chain of irreversible consequences. Uh-oh. Aristocrat Benkovich continued to jump through time, but a correlation was discovered between the frequency of the jump and the occurrence of Samosbor. The jumps became increasingly dangerous. In one of them, he had returned directly into the corridor using Samosbor and died. Dun, dun, dun. So I think this is our very first ending. After that, Samosbor began to occur almost non-stop. Gigastructure became unstable. You continued your time travel experiments and began to search for the cause of the gigastructure's destruction. A few cycles later, the newspaper Concrete Truth published an article about a time traveler who appeared out of nowhere, talked about unknown technologies, and seemed to have extrasensory abilities. For this, he was quickly made an honorary member of the party. Until old age, you continued your experiments in the time travel and search for the cause of the destruction of gigastructure. Once you were as close as possible to solving the mystery, when you discovered traces of mold during your birth. There we go, chat. GG. We got it. GG. So we did it for science. What can I say? It is what it is. There we go. Choice of life. Samosbor. A little bit. I like games like this because it's like a choose your own story. So, and I find games like this never get old. Like it's got 8 endings, like I said. So if you liked it, if you want to see us play it again, if you're excited to shape the story with me, make sure to like the stream, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a story night like this. Following the channel is free and helps support me as a full-time content creator. Jump into chat. Your advice could influence choices we make when we play the game. Thank you for joining me on this emotional journey in Choice of Life, Samosbor. Every decision, every twist, and every moment was better because we experienced it together. If you enjoyed today's stream, check out my other story-driven content, and I'll see you next time. Until then, stay thoughtful, stay kind, and remember, every choice matters. So, huge shout outs to everybody for dropping by. Thank you for hanging out with us. We'll see if there's anybody that we can redirect to.